YouTube, what up, man? It's your boy AD. I'm back giving another video. It's been a little minute since I made one. The last one we did was LeBron. I did change that Bron build up from the last video to give it some more strength, so I feel like it's a little bit better. So if y'all want to see the remake of that, let me know in the comments below. But this time, I made a new build. Another NBA player. A lot of people are starting to kind of make this build now, and I've kind of made my own version of it as well. The shades, you can alternate between having two different people on top of this build, so it really depends on how you make it. You have to be very particular in order to make sure you get his name in the shades as well. So with that being said, y'all see the name, y'all know who's coming up. A little Ant, you know what I'm saying, number 5 righty, you know what I'm saying, Timberwolves, who just got rid of them Lakers in 5, you know what I'm saying. So he took out Goat James and them. So I figured it was only right to make my own version of this build. If y'all been enjoying these builds, man, leave a like. I've been trying to do different ones, whether it's based on other players or just other builds that y'all might want to have fun with, man. Again, when I make these builds, it's not for competitive shit, except for maybe like a couple here and there, like my 6'6" two-way stretch dimer. Sometimes like stuff like that would be more for like the comp stuff and things of that nature, because I usually play back end whenever I'm playing comp. But outside of that, I'm here to have fun with the game, man. I'm usually by myself, maybe 1 or 2 other people with me, but I'm just trying to have fun with the game. And the best way for me to have fun in the game is if I'm making builds, I want to build I'm gonna have fun with. This one so far is one I've been able to have fun with. Unfortunately, my ass can't shoot half the fucking time. That's my biggest issue. That's my problem. Got to go shoot up more shots than a pro am. But let's get into it, man. Like I said, Ant Edwards, right-handed, number 5. Let's do the damn thing. So shooting guard, 6'4". He's technically 225 in real life. I dropped it to 215 and gave him a 6'10 wingspan. He technically has a 6'9 wingspan, but there's a reason behind everything I did here. If you want to go with a 6'9 wingspan, you can definitely do that. But the reason I went 6'10 is so I can get high flying denier, at least on bronze. And you know, that man will go down, chase a block down and swat your shit from Narnia. You know what I'm saying? So that was the reason I went ahead and did this. And again, if you drop the weight anywhere under 215, you'll lose his shades in this as well. So I wanted to make sure that I kept his shades. Now, if I do 225, you can do that. Nothing wrong with doing that. You just get more strength that you can add into it. You'll lose some agility, but it is what it is. It's not a huge deal. I did 215, so let's say I decide I wanted to move up and getting him more agility and more speed, I could do that, mainly for the agility purposes. His strength, yes, it does drop from, was it 88 to an 82, but it's just for the basic shit that I need to get, and that was the whole point of this. So I already got the build here. It's ready to go. If y'all want to screenshot it, stop watching the video. That's all y'all. But I'm going to explain some things about the build and why I did what I did. So 77 close shot, 80 driving layup. This gets us the physical finisher. It's at silver on this one in particular. And then we went 91 driving dunk. Now, mind you, I'm also at vet 2, so I'm going to go over the cap breakers along with that. So I'm going to get 5 cap breakers on the driving dunk, which will allow us to get our posterizer of the Hall of Fame, because we also have an 85 vert, which you need at least an 85 to get the Hall of Fame posterizer, and then you can always use your max +1 to make this legend if you want to do that. Or what you'll be able to do is you can change it to shot specialist and put that at legend if you want, because it's going to be on Hall of Fame with this build too. I've been tweaking around between the two, whether it's set shot, posterizer, or even unpluckable, because you only get it at silver on this build with how I did it. You can also change this and make it a little bit different to where you can get your ball handle up so you get gold and pluggable off rip. But I wasn't tripping too much. As long as you know what you're doing and you're not just dribbling like a stupid ass, you'll be fine. 41 standing dunk, you only need the basics, which is a 36 just to get you the basic two-handed standing dunk anyways. And then we went 79 post control. This gets us gold post fade phenom. As y'all know, he's been working on his post game more. He's taking a lot more look at the comparisons with Jordan and Kobe. It was only right for me to give him some post control. If you drop this any lower or higher, that's also will take him out or put him further up or down on your shades. So keep that in mind as well. 90 midi. We're going to toss 3 on the midi which will allow us to get Deadeye Gold. We'll also get the set shot specialist up to Hall of Fame. We're going to end up with Shifty Shooter at gold on top of that. And then, like I said, you already get your post-fade Phenom. So, mind you, that's 8 cap breakers right there off rip. 83 gets us limitless range to bronze. That's all you really need. 85 free throw. Now, past that is only a 71. This just allows us to get, we have break started at bronze, and then this allows us to have diamond at silver. If you want to toss some cap breakers on here, you're more than welcome to, or just get some boost your pass rag up. So 86 ball handle just gets a silver ankle assassin. Again, you can always adjust this accordingly. So you can always make sure that you want to toss this up to maybe a 92 to get you gold unpluggable, or if you toss it like a 90, 91 and just toss some extra on there, another like cap breaker or something on there, you can do that as well. I like doing it this way versus another way. If you wanted to change this, you could always drop your speed with ball down. I have it at 86 to get gold lightning launch, but let's say you're not tripping off that and you can dribble a little bit better, drop this to 75. You can always put your midi up. You can toss the ball handle up to a 91, toss a cap breaker on, boom, bow, you'll get your gold unpluggable. So it really just depends on how you want to go about doing this. This is just my variation and what I felt was like the best way to go about it. 50 interiors, you're not getting babied entirely. 88 perimeter, we're going to toss 4 cap breakers on perimeter, give us a 92 perimeter defense, which gives us gold challenger. You're going to have gold on-ball menace, gold pick dodger. You still only have bronze and movable enforcer, but you can always toss a max +1 onto this as well. If you want to do it that way, you can make it silver. If you decide you want to change this up a little bit more, let's say you're really not worried about this speed with ball at all, drop that down. Boom, you get silver off rip. And if you decide to toss the weight up and up to the 225 or 220 range, you can end up putting this to an 85 and you can get gold in movable enforcer. So again, different ways to go about the build, but you have to take into account however you go about making the build will change the shades. I like doing my builds and having the shades of those players being a part of it if I can. The only builds I haven't had the full-on shade of, I feel like, is my Rondo build that I don't think I've put out there yet. And I've had my Dirk build, it has the Dirk shades. Dwayne Wade build has its shades. Kobe had its shades. This build has the shade. I didn't want to change the shade around, and that was my whole point and purpose behind it. Any little thing that you change or tweak changes everything. Keep that in mind before you go out and do something different to your builds. Again, like I said, 73 is all I really needed for this. Drop that back down. Boom. So again, put 4 cap breakers here. So again, that's 5. 3 here, which is 8. Another 4 here, which is 12. Like I said, silver. Bronze high flying deniers you get with a 68 block. You want to make sure to do that. You can always toss your max +1, I think is a tier 2, onto here. Gets you silver high flying denier, which is what I did with this build. Offensive rebound is 63. This just allows us to get bronze rebound chaser and bronze box style beast. Whole point of that to begin with. This is tied to your perimeter and your all board, so keep that in mind. If you want to drop your interior, you can do so. You can drop it to a 45. That's as low as you can put it here. And then you can always add strength. You can add some rebounding, get you a 65. Add some free throw, make that a little bit better maybe. Get you an 89, and you can always put this here. Or a couple here, get you the one-handed stand-up animations at 46, I believe. Really is just dependent on how you see fit. So, with that being said, moving on to speed, we have an 88 speed, 87 agility. We're going to toss, like I said, we have 5, 8, 12, and we're going to do 13, 14 for 90 speed, and 15, 16, get you an 89 agility, 73 strength. This also allows you to get gold strong handle. This is also tied into your physical finisher. box out BC movable, and this also works with your post powerhouse, which is another big thing I wanted to do with this build too. You can also keep that in mind if you decide you want to add more strength and you end up moving into that 82 strength or 85 strength, you'll end up with a higher post powerhouse, which gets you up to a minimum of silver because you only have a 75 post control. And then the 85 vert is simply for the posterizer to pair that with the 96 drive and dunk, which will get you the Hall of Fame posterizer, Hall of Fame aerial wizard, and again, high flying denier. Of course, this doesn't get any pogo because it doesn't have a high block or high rebounds. Doesn't have rise up because you got to be 6'6" anyways to even get to that threshold. If you decide you want to change this, you can do so, but you're not gonna be able to get like pogo you can't get. It doesn't hit the requirements of a minimum of 80. I believe this only goes up to about a 73, 73 to 77 range. If you want to change anything else about this, if you decide to change the wingspan, you can definitely do that. It gets you to a 94 and a 92 as far as midi and 3-ball. Your strength does go up minimally as well, but again, this is for high flying denier. Whole point of this whole setup here. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how I came up with the D-Wade, Lou Dort, and Anthony Edwards full-on two-way mid-range slasher build. As y'all see, I already got the face creation there ready to go. The one thing I was telling you guys about that you could change for the shades, you can either do a Dwayne Wade shade or you can have a Kobe shade. It really just depends on how you change up the post control, the drive and dunk, and the weight. Based on those three particular things, will either get you D-Wade or to get you Kobe. But you also can't change anything else too drastic, or you end up with like Nikhil Walker instead. You could end up with just Lou Dort. You could end up with Derek White as the last one. It constantly changes all the time. So it really just depends on what you want to do. If you change any other little thing, you're going to lose Anthony Edwards out of it. So keep that in mind. And again, I'm going to show y'all what the build looks like in the park, off rip, what the cat burgers are looking like. So let me go ahead and take y'all over there, man. So like I said, man, this is the Ant right here. You know what I'm saying? Little Ant Edwards. We got the armband. We got his playoff look with the sleeves and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? We was ready and we was locked in. We already got the name Anthony Edwards as well, just in case it ended up messing up and we didn't put my name or something like that for the YouTube. Which again, make sure to like the video up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I try to upload as much as possible. Quality content, 2K content is what we do over here, man. And just like I said, I was gonna tell y'all, man, we still working on the badness here, but here's what we got so far. So I went in and put Unpluckable as my tier 1 so far because people were trying to rip me, so I had to change it up. If you know what you're doing and you can kind of get away with certain things, you can always change this. Like I said, you can put it on glove, you can throw handles for days. You can put your lightning launch up to Hall of Fame if you want to do that. Put your limitless range up, your on-ball minutes can end up higher, your physical finisher can go up to gold. Again, legend posterizer, set shot specialist can be legend. Shifty can go half, strong hander can go half. And then again, you're going on Unpluckable right now. And then for your tier 2s, box out, beach, break starter, dimer, float game, high flying denier, hook specialist, immovable enforcer, layup mix master if you want to put that up. Paint project, you can move that up. Post powerhouse, you can automatically delete that up. So if you put your strength up to get him silver off rip, you can put this at gold if you want to do that and start backing down little people and shit that's on you. Post up hood, again, because most people don't have strength on these 2 guards anyway. So unless they're doing 3 and D 2 guards, 9 times out of 10 you can go ahead and body them anyway. And they post up hood, you can make this gold, fake out people in the post. You can put your rebound tracer up to silver. Again, you can even adjust your build in the builder itself. Put your rebound up to a 70. You can get your rebound tracer off rip too. However you want to do this, man, is how you can do it. And that's the best part about the build. Like, there's so many different ways that you can go about doing it. Right now I'm using the mixtape takeover, which gets you midi, ball handle, speed with ball with the blur take. So your midi is gonna be at 99, ball handle is gonna be 93, speed with ball gonna be 93. If you want to do anything else, anything Edward wise, always go ahead and just toss on like a slice. You know what I'm saying? You could even do like a butter rim to get straight dunks. You can end up with driver, get you dunks and ball handle. this like the Kobe Mamba mentality type joint. You can always get your midi perimeter defense and post control up. You could always make him a two-way demon, get you like Pest, which I love Pest as a in a lockdown situation. Swiper gets you steals and dunks, make him a 3-and-D threat. Getting so many different options and variations. And then if you change anything else, like let's say you get rid of that speed ball and you want to put up your midi or your 3-ball and you toss it up, then you can unlock satellite, which then of course you know is gonna unlock that deep bomber takeover. So you can do stuff like that with this build, man. There's so many different ways to go about it. You just have to figure out the right way to do it and what works best for your gameplay and what you think your Ant Edwards build is worth doing. So keep that in mind, man. One last thing, so I can see the cap breaks we were talking about here. The 5 on drive and dunk, the 3 on midi, 4 here on perimeter defense, 2 to speed, 1 in agility, 90 and 88. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is our Anthony Edwards two-way mid-range slasher build. Be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments below what other builds y'all been making. If y'all are still even playing 2K25 at this point, with how things seem to have changed a lot. And if y'all ready for some Call of Duty content, let me know in the comments too, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all next video. Peace.